It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. An Edgeworth man has died after being hit by his own boat on Lake Macquarie. The 45-year-old was off Marks Point yesterday morning when he fell from the vessel. Joanne Elliott from Police Headquarters says while the man was in the water, he was hit by the boat and sustained serious injuries.
Fortunately, witnesses in boats nearby assisted him, took him to Pelican about 5 kilometres south of Belmont. However, he's died on arrival. We've had police from our Marine Area Command and Lake Macquarie Local Area Command attend. They've commenced investigation.
Forensic investigators are looking into the cause of a suspicious fire at East Maitland. Fire crews were called to the East Maitland Power Tools outlet on Garnett Road just before 4 this morning, taking about an hour and a half to extinguish the flames. The fire caused damage to about 20% of the building, while the rest of the building was badly affected by smoke. Police say it appears the fire was deliberately lit in a garbage bin next to the tilt slab building, which then spread inside. Containment lines are being consolidated around a bushfire burning at Pelham. The blaze broke out on Hospital Road at Kurri Kurri and has burnt out more than 280 hectares. Nicole Sanders from the Rural Fire Service says backburning has been carried out overnight.
At the moment we have 31 firefighters working on that fire. Throughout its peak yesterday we saw close to 80 firefighters working on it throughout the day. So today we're going to see increased resources as the temperatures pick up, and they'll continue to work to contain that and mop up and black out the areas that have already burnt.
RFS Incident Controller John Ryan says firefighters have gained the upper hand, although it could take a couple of days to completely mop up the fire.
Yeah, look, at this stage things are working in our favour. It's going to be a slow and steady race to try and get our heads around this, and it's certainly not going to be in the next couple of hours. We're probably looking at maybe a full night on this fire to establish some hard containment lines. It will play up a little bit, over the next few days. There are a lot of unburnt pockets in there, but our guys on the ground will do their best to try and take most of that out tonight.
Meanwhile, a bulldozer is being brought in to strengthen containment lines around a fire which has burnt out more than 1,000 hectares in the Medowie Conservation Area at Swan Bay. However, there is still a lot of smoke in the area. A Belmont man will be formally interviewed by police after his van hit a mobility scooter on the Central Coast, killing an elderly man. The 29-year-old was making a turn at Nora Head when he collided with the scooter as it was crossing the road. The 87-year-old victim was flown to the John Hunter Hospital but died yesterday morning. As Asbestos Awareness Month kicks off, Port Stephens residents are being reminded to be vigilant about damage or vandalism to council buildings containing asbestos. A total of 56 locations, including amenities and public halls, have been marked with asbestos safety signs as part of Council's awareness campaign. Council's Organisation Development Manager, Michelle Gilliver-Smith, says the campaign's message is vital.
The aim of the campaign is just to make sure that people who are homeowners or renovating, tradesmen, handymen, can be alert about asbestos in homes if they're doing any sort of home renovation work.
And briefly, businessman Steve Thompson is reportedly firming as the favourite to run as the Liberal Party candidate for the seat of Maitland in the March state election. Now with sport, Belinda Delasaris.
Hunter has received strong representation in this year's New York Marathon, with Newcastle wheelchair racer Kurt Fernley taking out the gong for the first time in 5 years. Merryweather's Christy Dawes claimed fourth in the women's event. Newcastle Knights talents Beau Scott and Sione Matautia are hoping to retain their spots in the Kangaroos side to take on Samoa next Sunday after suffering injuries in yesterday's 16-12 victory over England. Matautia managed a game-high 168 metres off 18 carries before sustaining a calf injury late in the match. Beau Scott is expected to undergo scans today after limping off early with a hamstring injury. And the Jets are still yet to win a match this season, going down to Perth 2-1 on Saturday. Coach Phil Stubbins says the boys need to create their own luck.
I'm very disappointed about the loss, but we have to keep working, dealing with situations like what have been presented in a couple of contests, and we start to come through that.
That's sport. I'm Belinda De Las Harris.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 9.